Hello, Elm Pre-Orchestra class. This is our first video lesson. I hope you guys are all doing well. Today we're going to be working on Dragon Fight and Yankee Doodle. So we're going to start with Yankee Doodle, so go ahead and take that out. And once you have that, we're going to, I'll play it once for you, and then we'll play it together the second time. If this is your second time watching the video, go ahead and join in right away. Otherwise, I'll go ahead and do it, and then we can play it together. I'm going to turn a metronome on here to 90 beats per minute. And this is going to be our quarter note, right? So, do, 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 do. All right, so we're going to do that. I'll play it once for you, and then we'll join it together. 1, 2, 3. And that's starting on the second line on the melody. So we're skipping the first 4 bars and we're going straight to the second line there. I'll do that one more time. And I'm doing that all in one breath. If you find that you need to take a breath in between the measures or something like that, that's all right. But if you can do it all in one breath, then good for you. That's great. One thing to really focus on is to keep your air moving all the way through. So I'm not playing, right? I'm not breathing between each note. I'm keeping my air going all the way through. All right, so now play it with me. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. Very good. And if you ever need to pause the video or go back and rewatch something, feel free to do that. All right, and now what I'm going to do is I'm going to slow the tempo down in case that was a little fast, and we can try and get more of the notes and accuracy there. All right, so you can hear the metronome here. This is at 65 beats per minute. So let's see if we can get 100% note accuracy, so you can get all the notes. With me one more time. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, and feel free to pause the video, go back and replay anything. And really focus on posture, so relax shoulders here. My shoulders aren't hunched over, I'm not slouching in my seat, my feet are flat on the floor. Really relaxed, because if I'm all hunched over like this and I try and play, first of all, I can't get a big breath of air, right? I can't breathe very well, whereas if I'm sitting up straight with my shoulders relaxed, I can take a much bigger breath of air. So make sure we're sitting up straight, feet flat on the floor, edge of our chair, we're not leaning back or reclining, so we're all posture is very good. All right, and now let's move on to Dragon Fight. And so first of all, this one has some difficult rhythms, so we're going to take a look at those. We'll first play it, and then we'll take a look at some of the rhythms. So for this one, let's do tempo around, let's try 80. Do, do, do. So this is 80 beats per minute on the metronome, and I do highly recommend you use a metronome when you're practicing. All right, so I'll play it once for you, and if this is your second time watching, go ahead and jump in right away. Otherwise, we'll play it once, and then we'll do it again where we can both play together. 1, 2, 3. So with that one, there's some different rhythms, and there's a couple notes that are fairly new to you. So we have B, which is below our usual C, right? So that's C. Let me pause the metronome for a minute. And then B is going to be below that, right? Down there. So let's make sure that we're not hitting the wrong note, which would be, that's an F sharp. So we want to make sure we're down low. So that's going to be relaxed air, and just kind of just exhaling very calm and gentle to get the low B out there. And the other note, which comes in on the, what is that, fourth measure, is your C sharp, which is going to be all your fingers down. Right? And we know it's a C sharp because in the key signature at the beginning of the piece, there are two sharps. And take a moment and see if you can guess what those two are. I kind of gave one of them away. And I hope you guessed correctly. It's F sharp and C sharp. So every time we see a C, we know it's going to be C sharp, which is going to be all fingers down. All right, so now go ahead and play this one with me. I'm going to turn the metronome back on. And 1, 2, 3. All right, and the rhythms for this are a little tricky, so let's go ahead and clap them together to make sure we got it. All right, ready? And 1, 2, 3, 4. Rest, rest. 1, 2, 3, 4. Rest. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold. 2, 3, 4. All right, I want to make sure we're staying with the metronome. Let's do that once more. 1, 2, 3, 4. Rest, rest. 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. Okay. Well, let's see if we can get that rhythm one more time. Go back and try it a couple times. If you didn't get it perfectly, you can always rewind the video and rewatch parts of it. So let's play once more. 3, 4. Okay, and we'll do it once more at a slower tempo here. Let's go down to 65, same tempo we did the slow Yankee Doodle at. And with this one, let's now, since we're at a slower tempo, we want to make sure the rhythms are perfect here. And then also, let's look at some of the markings on some of the notes. So on the first few notes, we see little dots on them. And if you guys know what those are called staccatos. And it means to play them short. Let me pause the metronome for a minute. It means to play them short. Whereas if you see a line under the note, it means to play it long. So if I had a quarter note, at this, say with this tempo, right? A quarter note. So those are quarter notes, right? If they had little dots on them, I'd play them like this. Right? Very short. Same tempo, but very short. And if they had lines on them, those are called tenuto, I'd play them like this. So do you hear the difference there? Empty the water out of my trumpet. Did you hear the difference there between the short and long notes? So some of the notes in this piece are marked short, and some of them are marked long. So let's make sure that when we get to those notes, we're playing them as they're marked. So almost all the eighth notes are marked short, but then some of the quarter notes that we have later on are marked long. So at this tempo, go ahead and join in with me, and let's get all those, put it all together. 1, 2, 3, 4. And at the very end there, those last two quarter notes are marked with an accent, and that means to play them strong. The front of the note, the start of the note, gets a strong accent on it. All right, great job, guys. Let's wrap this video up, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Go ahead and keep practicing on your own. Feel free to come back to any parts of this video and rewatch any of it, and I'll see you guys in the next video.